that, girl.
You guys know I've been trying to make it back up to Montana one last time. I have the perfect 3-day window that I was trying to make this evening, but after Scarlet got some porcupine quills in her muzzle, I did have to spend quite a bit of time removing them. Thankfully, there were only a few and I was able to get them out pretty easily. It does put me behind for my travels, so I am going to have to hold off until tomorrow morning to leave. I really did want to stay just to make sure Scarlet was all right, but I really don't have a choice. I have to make this window, otherwise I'm gonna get stuck in a blizzard. I ended up leaving my house around 3:30 a.m. I'm not really worried about the drive up there so much as my packing at the house and then turning around and coming back down in time to miss the big storm. By sunrise, I was back on schedule and right outside of Salt Lake City. After being on the road for around 11 hours, I finally started to see the mountains peeking up on the horizon. Usually getting back from a trip, I always feel better when I can see the bridgers, but this time it felt a little bit different. I was so busy getting everything packed up and the horses and animals down to the new property, I haven't really let it sink in that I won't be coming back here again. In addition to some packing, a lot of cleaning, and just tidying up loose ends, there are a few other things I have to do before I'm ready to leave. After cleaning well into the night and then getting up early again this morning, it looks like I have everything pretty much packed up. One of the main reasons I had to come back up here was to get the gator. I thought I had it sold and they never came and paid for it, so I will be taking this back down to Colorado with me. I do have to take a load of things to the Goodwill for donation, so that is where I'm heading next. I got a coupon from donation, and if you guys have been watching my channel for a few years now, you know that before I did YouTube full-time, I did sell on eBay. I used to come into this store almost every single day to look for things to resell. And although I am in a little bit of a time crunch today, I thought it would be fitting for me to do one last shop in my favorite store. Around Halloween, they always have some really good finds like this elk skin vest. In the past, I definitely would have picked this up, but when I was cleaning out all of my leftover inventory, I donated so much stuff back to this store. I pretty easily fell back into the swing of things and started shopping. I found this really cool velvet jumpsuit. I had thought about picking it up. They sell for like $200 and it was $5, so a really easy way to make some money for the horses. I was trying really hard to leave by noon today, and it is noon right now. So I decided it wouldn't hurt if I spent a little bit of extra time just roaming around the store. I found some really nice cowboy boots that were only $10, so I decided to put them in my cart as well. I did hurry quite a bit on my way out, and I didn't bring very many clothes with me. I basically brought a pair of pajamas and a pair of traveling clothes, so I bought a few things that I had planned to wash before I left. After wandering around the store for about a half an hour, I decided to put everything back except the one shirt that I found in the beginning. This is more like a shirt jacket, but it should be the perfect weight for me to wear down at the new house. Before I can leave, I do have to go to the store and get a wrench to take apart one of the other things I need to bring with me. I have been looking at the weather, and I should leave in the next 3 hours, or I'm going to get stuck in the middle of a pretty big storm. While I was at the Goodwill, I remember I still had stuff on consignment at a store in town, so I am going to run in and see if I have a check left over before I leave. I've got to fuel up, eat some lunch, do some cleaning back at the house, and then I should be ready to leave. As the storm began to roll in and the sky was getting darker by the minute, it started to feel like I just did not belong here anymore. When I got back to the house, I hooked up the trailer and started packing everything into the truck. I know our landlord is going to miss us, and he insisted on helping me with the last couple of things I had to get done before I left. I managed to leave as soon as the storm was blowing in. I had to fight some pretty serious winds heading out of town, but I think I should be good for the rest of the trip. As soon as I made it out of West Yellowstone, I noticed that there were actually a bunch of storms up ahead. I'm hoping to make it to Salt Lake tonight so I can miss the big storms tomorrow, but I seem to be really pushing my luck right now. As soon as the sun started setting, the rain started to come. I just checked the radar and it's not looking good for me this evening. There is a pretty tall mountain pass in Idaho that I was really wanting to get over before tomorrow. Every time it looked like I was in the clear, I'd get over a hill and notice that there was another band of rain I had to go through. I really don't mind driving in the rain or in the dark, but when you add those things together and throw in a few very steep, treacherous mountain passes, it makes the job not so fun. I looked at the map, did some calculations, and reserved a hotel for the night at a town I thought I was going to be able to make it to. I've made this trip a bunch of times, and although it is a long, exhausting trip, there wasn't a point in the previous trips that I felt like I just could not drive any further. I got to Pocatello, which was about an hour and a half away from the town I made my hotel reservation in, and I just could not safely keep driving. I ended up staying overnight and then getting up bright and early in order to outrun the storms that were coming today. I still have to go over that big mountain pass, and then I've got to go through Salt Lake City. After that, it should be smooth sailing, but as soon as the sun came up, I could see that it was snowing at the higher elevations. When I made it to the rest stop at the top of the pass, I noticed that I was going to be hitting some snow.
Head southwest. In a quarter mile, merge onto I-15 south.
I don't know if it's because I am leaving Montana for the last time, but this trip has been especially exhausting for me. The weather has definitely not been helping, but it is going to get much worse, so I've got to keep pushing on and get over this mountain pass before more weather blows in. Thankfully, it is hovering right above freezing, so the roads were not icy for me coming down off the pass. I pulled into a rest station right outside of Salt Lake, and I could see a light at the end of the tunnel. It was raining pretty hard, and at this point in the drive, I usually get a little bit tired. I took the time to walk around for around 15 minutes, which really woke me up because it was raining the entire time. I'm not a huge fan of driving through Salt Lake. It is pretty hairy for about 2 hours. I am not a bad driver, but I am hauling a trailer, and people do drive a little bit more aggressively than I'm used to. If I can get through Salt Lake, I know the rest of the drive is going to be a lot nicer for me. Sure enough, as soon as I hit the other side of Salt Lake City, the sky became blue and all of the rain stopped. The rest of the drive home was really easy, but I did have to take a few days to recover from the journey. With everything taken care of back in Montana, I can finally start settling into our new home. For the last couple of weeks, I've really been pushing hard to get stuff ready for winter, which I thought was on the horizon, but we've been having really nice weather the last couple of days. After the crazy monsoon rains that we had, I was really worried that I was not prepared for this climate, but every day that goes by, I am feeling more happy about our decision. Boys, good boys. Hey, buddy. There you go. Boy. Pete. All of the horses seem to handle my time away pretty well. It has been getting a little bit chilly in the morning, but by the afternoon time, it really warms up quite a bit. I've got a lot of footing to lay down with the new tractor. I've got to get another pen set up for Stewie and a friend, and I have a special task on the horizon that I'm not going to tell you guys about just quite yet. Stewie. What are you doing, Stu? After a few days in isolation, it looks like Stu is ready to get back in with the boys and continue his shenanigans. It got a little bit chilly last night, but it looks like the forecast is saying that it's going to be around 60 degrees during the day and right above freezing at night for the next 2 weeks. The 10 degrees difference between here and back in Montana is going to make a huge difference for me and the horses going forward. I'm sure they don't like the chilliness overnight, but they seem pretty content during the day and have settled in really well here. Even after her run-in with the porcupine, it seems like Scarlet is doing pretty good and in very high spirits for her little injury.
cows? Oh.
With all of the driving I did over the last couple of days, I've had a lot of time to think about what I'm gonna do next out here on
What are you
the new
doing?
place.
Eating poop? You are eating poop, aren't you?
I've been scheming away as usual,
Hey,
and
boy.
in addition to all of the changes that I'm going to make around here, I do have some pretty exciting things on the horizon. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that so you don't miss any future videos.
You hungry? Want a treat? Come on, let's go.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.